Chapter 71, S-Level Technique Emerges. You are listening at novelfull.audio. In the original plot, the old beggar might have some hobbies. Every time he appeared, he would always grab all kinds of little boys, so the focus of finding people is to prioritize places like parks and amusement parks. I don't know if it's luck or fate. In less than 20 minutes, at the distant street corner, a sloppy figure came into view. Lin Luo's eyes flashed, and he walked quickly towards the old beggar. As he walked along, passers-by looked sideways. There were many women dressed exquisitely, who kept coming up to chat, but were all blocked by Xingzai. The two walked in front of the old beggar. Senior. Lin Luo shouted. The old beggar with his back to the two was startled, as if he already knew their identities. He exclaimed in surprise, "It's you?" The old beggar turned around slowly. When he saw Lin Luo, his expression was a little surprised. A complex emotion flashed in his eyes, and he looked at Xingzai beside him again. "I didn't expect that you could actually open up the Ren and do meridians in your lifetime. Senior, you have an excellent vision." Lin Luo smiled and complimented. The average of the four attributes is now above 1,500 points. The total combat power has reached more than 6,200 points. However, when facing the old beggar, he still felt as if he was facing the vast ocean. Looking far away, he could never see the other side. It is hard to imagine how strong the old beggar is. "Senior, I wonder if the skills I bought from you before are still available. I want to buy a few more." Lin Luo asked. The old beggar glanced at him, suddenly fell silent. He looked around Lin Luo for a long time with a scrutinizing look. "The skills I gave you before were Northern Divine Art and 6 Meridians Divine Sword, 2 copies. Lin Luo replied. "Oh." The old beggar pondered. "What else do you want now?" Hearing this, Lin Luo's eyes flashed. Dare to say this with such confidence. It seems that the old beggar has a lot of stock. If he could beat him, Lin Luo would not hesitate at all. A grade A technique can be sold at a sky-high price in the exchange. Even if he practices it himself, the benefits are infinite. But he dare not try. If he gets into trouble with the old beggar and he slaps himself to death, the scene is unimaginable. Thinking of this, Lin Luo thought for a moment. "Senior, do you have Yi Jin Jing? Or Tai Xian Jing is also fine. I am not picky." Xingzai, who was following him, didn't know what these techniques were, and the old beggar who heard Lin Luo speak, his expression suddenly froze. He opened his mouth to say something, but he hesitated. After a long time, he said, "No." "Ah, nothing?" Lin Luo sighed regretfully. According to the experience of the previous life, the two scriptures of Yi Jin Jing and Tai Xian Jing have exceeded the scope of the normal world. It is completely linked to the world of cultivation. If the old beggar has it, it is at least an S-level skill. In comparison, another scripture, Shenjiao Jing, is much weaker. What a pity. "How about this, Senior? You take out the skills you have and I can choose it myself." That the old beggar gritted his teeth and took a deep breath to adjust his mood. "Although our fate has ended, I don't want to give you any skills. But when I saw you today, I always felt a little strange. The luck of the world is actually moving towards you." "Why is this?" That he looked at Lin Luo carefully. "You kid, you are really a variable." That it seems like he is talking to himself, and it seems like he is hinting at something. Lin Luo's heart sank. This old beggar is really not simple. He remembered that with the title of Lord of the World, the charm and luck value in the copy will be maxed out, directly to the max level. No wonder so many ants had weak legs on the road just now. No wonder the old beggar was so reluctant. "All the skills are here." The old beggar took out a stack of books from his arms. "This is the last time. You can pick 2 martial arts at most. Choose for yourself." The book in his hand has many names of martial arts printed on it. 9 Yang Magic, Fighting Stars, 18 Palms of the Dragon, 9 Swords of Dugu, The Art of Looking at Qi, 9 Yin Manual, and so on. The most desired Taishan Sutra and Ijin Sutra are not in it, and he can only choose 2. With Biming Magic as internal martial arts, there is no need to consider internal martial arts. After weighing it in his mind for a while, Lin Luo said, "Senior, I have decided. I want the 9 Swords of Dugu and the Art of Looking at Qi." That most of the books in the old beggar's hand are various internal skills. The few martial arts books, such as the 18 Palms of the Dragon, are all skills for fighting with the flesh. However, Lin Luo wants physical weapons skills more. The 9 swords of Dugu is the best choice. With one sword, break all methods. In terms of power and handsomeness, I am afraid that only the Holy Spirit swordsmanship in Wind and Cloud can compare with it. As for the Qi-gazing technique, it was the result of repeated consideration. The Taoist Qi-gazing technique was well known in the previous life. When practiced to a high level, one can even see a person's past and present lives. Lin Luo naturally chose it without hesitation. The old beggar did not speak, but took out 2 manuals and threw them into Lin Luo's hands. After putting the remaining manuals back in his arms, he looked at Lin Luo deeply. After today, you and I have nothing to do with each other, and don't look for me again in the future. After saying that, the old beggar turned and left without any regrets. Before he knew it, his figure disappeared at the end of his vision, and he didn't know where he went. Lin Luo was very happy to get the skills he wanted. He didn't rush to learn. He turned around and looked at Xingzai and said, "Axing, thank you for today. It's time for me to leave too. If I have a chance, I will come back to see you." Xingzai nodded vigorously. "Brother, have a good journey." Lin Luo, "If you can talk more." Patting Xingzai on the shoulder, he turned and left. He found an empty alley. Exit the dungeon. The black fog quickly enveloped his body, the vision was restored, and Lin Luo returned to the reincarnation space. He sat on the sofa excitedly. He took out 2 secret books from his backpack. The backpack only had 10 slots of space, which contained gold, weapons, opium, and 2 secret books. The fear of endurance came in waves. I don't know if there is a way to expand the capacity of the backpack. I don't care for now. Looking at the 2 secret books, Lin Luo smiled comfortably. He reached out and turned to the first page. A reminder sounded beside his ear. Congratulations to the Reincarnationist for obtaining the A+ level skill Dugu Jiujian, which has been learned now. Turn to the second book. Congratulations to the Reincarnationist for obtaining the S-level skill Wankishu, which has been learned now. Hiss, what? S-level skill. Wankishu is actually an S-level skill. The secret book slowly disappeared in his hand, and Lin Luo's eyes widened. He never expected that the skill he chose this time would actually reach S-level. In the entire reincarnation space, some people have obtained A-level or A+ level skills by chance, but S-level skills have never appeared. If it is listed in the exchange, I am afraid that the whole world will go crazy about it. Lin Luo came back to his senses and reached out to open the attribute panel, check the attributes of the newly learned skills. Dugu Jiujian, A+ level swordsmanship, divided into 9 outlines, with sword moves covering all forms, and using no moves to defeat moves. Currently on the first level, it costs 500 reincarnation coins to upgrade. Qi-watching technique, S-level technique, distinguishing yin and yang, distinguishing good and bad luck, looking at destiny, and determining life and death. Currently on the first level, it costs 1000 reincarnation coins to upgrade. Chapter 72, No One Before Us, No One After Us. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Hiss. He took a few deep breaths, his heart still beating violently. Because of excitement, Lin Luo's face flushed, and he couldn't calm down for a long time. S-level skills, so terrifying. After learning the art of looking at Qi, the skills will run automatically. A cool air flow rushed into his eyes. He looked around the room. There was a faint yellow light shrouding the position beside him, representing that the center belongs to Earth and the Qi is yellow, and the directions of southeast, northwest and northeast are all represented by different colors of airflow. Then he looked at the reincarnation column outside the window. Suddenly, a rich rose-pink light poured out from the reincarnation column. Before he could react, there was an ice-blue light, which quickly covered the rose-pink. Pink represents good luck. The richer the light, the more good luck you can get. On the contrary, blue represents bad luck. The pink and blue lights kept lighting up alternately. Lin Luo's heart was burning. He already knew all the plots. After the art of looking at Qi, he could handle it more easily. Not only that, using the Qi-watching technique to look at others, one can clearly know the specific values of each attribute of the other party. If it is upgraded to a high level, one can even see through the specific identity of others. Fortunately, the Qi-watching technique was obtained by himself. If it was obtained by others and used to look at him, the identity of Galaxy cannot be hidden at all. In addition to these, the Qi watching technique has many other functions, such as fortune telling and feng shui. Maybe it can be used in the future. As for the Duga 9 swords, Lin Luo doesn't care at all now. Open the attribute panel. The reincarnation coins saved last time finally came in handy. To upgrade the Qi watching technique, from the second level to the third level, 1,000 and 3,000 reincarnation coins are required respectively, and if you want to upgrade to the fourth level, it will immediately soar to 10,000 reincarnation coins. S-level skills are indeed not for humans to play. Ordinary reincarnationists can only save 10,000 reincarnation coins by exploring 103-star dungeons with A-level evaluation. Just upgraded a level of skills, bang, gone. Fortunately, Lin Luo had a lot of stock before. First upgrade the Qi watching technique to the fourth level, and then upgrade the North Sea Divine Art to the fourth level. He gave the order softly. The number of samsara coins in the account balance decreased madly. The fourth level of the North Sea Divine Art requires 5,000 samsara coins to upgrade. Just after upgrading 2 skills, the samsara coins were reduced by a full 19,000. Samsara coin balance, 10,780. The fourth level of the 6 Meridians Divine Sword requires 3,000 samsara coins. As an A+ level skill, the cost of upgrading Duga Zhejian is the same as that of the North Sea Divine Art. After hesitating for a while, Lin Luo made up his mind. 6 Meridians Divine Sword and Duga Zhejian, all upgraded to the fourth level. Ding! The manager who received the order automatically operated for him. Not long after, all skills were upgraded successfully. The fourth level of the North Sea Divine Art has a 100% absorption efficiency, which will be more convenient to absorb people in the future. The 6 Meridians Divine Sword gave him 100 points of spiritual attributes. The attribute panel was completely renewed. Reincarnator, Galaxy, Reincarnation Number, 202332250127, P-Zone, Strength, 1554. Constitution, 1686. Agility, 1518. Spirit, 1543. Luck, 3. Charm, 11. Free attributes, 0. Reincarnation points, 0. Reincarnation coins, 1280. Skills, Qi Gazing, 4th level, Biming Magic, 4th level, Duga Zhejian, 4th level, 6 Meridians Divine Sword, 4th level, Axis Language Proficiency. Reincarnation Star Rating, 1 star. Looking at the data on the panel, Lin Luo grinned. It's simply inhuman. Has anyone seen a 1-star level reincarnator with all attributes exceeding 1,500 points? If you tell others, you will definitely be laughed at by everyone. Even Lin Luo himself couldn't believe it. As we all know, there is a huge gap between 3-star and 4-star reincarnations. The single attribute of the 4-star level is higher than the total attribute of the 3-star reincarnation. However, today, Galaxy made history. There was no ancient before, and there will definitely be no one after. He sat proudly on the sofa for a long time. Lin Luo closed the panel, got up and walked towards the square. He first went to the exchange to check the situation of the gold. There were 5 pieces of gold in total, all in the bidding stage, and the price increase was very slow. Moreover, Lin Luo noticed that there were many small pieces of gold for sale on the exchange page. There was also a label of, can be used in the copy. It may be that the gold that others took out of the copy was borrowed from me. It is also possible that the previous buyer divided the gold into small pieces and sold it again in the exchange. Whatever the reason, it doesn't matter. Before selling the gold, Lin Luo had already anticipated the consequences. If you want to take something out of the copy, you must first get an A+ rating or above. This rule greatly restricts the circulation of props. Therefore, the only thing to worry about is the depreciation of gold. Looking at the bidding interface, Lin Luo thought for a moment. 3 of the 5 golds that were still being bid were directly removed from the shelves, and only the last 2 were sold. At the same time, the original expected selling price was increased by 30%. After doing all this, the effect was extremely significant. The bidding speed, which was originally as slow as a turtle, suddenly accelerated a few points. In just a few minutes, it was close to the expected selling price he set. Laughing, Lin Luo didn't care anymore, turned and left the exchange. It was more than an hour before 6 p.m. Recalling the plot of Old Corpse in the mountain village, Lin Luo said nothing to say, but he was actually a little numb in his heart. he wanted to go to the mall to see if there were any suitable props, for example, the heart of a brave man, or some props that can eliminate fear. In the plot, Renmei's killing method is mostly to kill with illusions. If there are relevant props, the copy can be much simpler, but just walk to the door of the mall. The message prompt sounded suddenly. Lin Luo was stunned, clicked on the message panel, and his eyes suddenly flashed. He thought that the message was sent by Shao Yuxuan, clicked on the details and found that the message was actually sent by Long Outyan, Fatty. Muttering in his heart, Lin Luo entered the message window. 3 pages of unread messages instantly filled the screen. Long Outyan, WTF? Galaxy. Long Outyan, is he really the boss of Galaxy? It can't be fake. Where did the fake account come from to deceive your father? Long Outyan, do you want to talk or not? If you don't talk, I will delete it. Long Outyan, damn, the nickname is the same as the one in the notice. You are really Galaxy. Long Outyan, Galaxy, I have liked you for a long time, take me with you. The initial greeting was obviously in the tone of Fatty, but as I watched, the taste was wrong. Long Outyan, hello, Galaxy, can we chat? I have no ill intentions, I just want to get to know you. Long Outyan, I am at this position. If you are willing, can we chat in person? Location coordinates. Long Outyan, don't worry, I won't covet your strategy. When you come over, you will know my background and I will definitely not let you down. Obviously, the following news was sent by someone who instructed Fatty. After all, he is a person who has traveled through time. Even Fatty, Lin Luo did not believe 100%, want to meet Galaxy with just a few words. I'm afraid I'm thinking too much. The latest message I received was still a request with location information, but Lin Luo ignored it and closed the chat interface directly. The original intention of adding Long Outyan as a friend was to tease him. Unexpectedly, the fat man not only leaked the secret, but also chose to cooperate with others. This was something he didn't expect, but it doesn't matter. The first task is to improve strength. During the 9-day vacation, I explored a dungeon every day. When the vacation is over, with my strength at that time, it doesn't matter if my identity is exposed. Lin Luo smiled and sighed. With a firm look, he stepped towards the mall. Chapter 73 Mandatory Mission, Water from an Unknown Source. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The goods in the mall are all-encompassing. What a pity. After upgrading the 4 skills, Lin Luo's account is almost empty. The gold in the exchange has not been sold yet, so he can only suppress his desire to buy. Return home, sit on the sofa. Use the copy cooling refresh card. Ding, that the prompt sounded. The reincarnation uses the copy cooling refresh card. The current copy cooling time is reset to 0, and you can choose to enter the copy at any time. Enter. Lin Luo said in a deep voice. Swish. The picture in front of him flashed. He entered the waiting space again. After the vision was restored, Lin Luo observed the surroundings. There were only 7 or 8 figures standing in the whole room. Basically, they stood in a certain area. There were very few people exploring in groups. When Lin Luo appeared, everyone's eyes turned to look here at the same time. Some people quickly retracted their gazes and stopped looking at him. But there were also a few people who stared at him for a long time, as if they were thinking about something. Attention, all reincarnations, the countdown to the old corpse in the mountain village dungeon is 10 minutes. The voice of the administrator sounded. In the center of the room, an 8 immortal table suddenly appeared. The table was painted with vermilion paint and looked a little mottled. There were 10 cups of water on top. Mandatory task of the dungeon released, water from unknown sources. Please choose within 1 minute whether to drink water. The cold reminder ended. All the reincarnations were stunned and turned to look at the cups of water on the wooden table. Everyone was hesitating. Suddenly, someone took a few steps forward and walked towards the wooden table. He did not drink the water, but looked around at everyone and said, "We are all people in the same boat, everyone listen to my advice. If you want to come out alive, it's best not to drink this cup of water. I have a friend who explored this dungeon before. At that time, all those who drank water did not come out alive again." As he said, he reached out and picked up one of the cups of water. He threw it hard on the ground. Bang! The cup of water was smashed to pieces, showing his inner determination. In the Real Forum, there are also simple tips for the old corpse in the mountain village copy. The most important one is not to drink water. Someone has done statistics, the survival rate of all reincarnations who have drunk water in the copy is less than 5%. Seeing this, other reincarnations began to calm down. Just when everyone gave up the idea of drinking water, a figure suddenly walked out, in front of everyone. Lin Luo stepped to the table, picked up a glass of water and held it up to observe carefully. Brother. The previous reincarnation was about to persuade, but Lin Luo picked up the water cup and drank it up, smacked his lips and said, "There is no strange taste, just ordinary tap water." Of course he knew that after drinking this glass of water, he would be cursed by Chu Renmei. Entering the copy, you will see all kinds of weird illusions. It is also because of these illusions that so many reincarnations have died in the copy, but, if you don't drink water, even Chu Renmei couldn't be seen, let alone complete the task, so, Lin Luo drank the water without hesitation. The other reincarnation stared at him with wide eyes, the one who first persuaded others not to drink water. Even took a few steps back, fearing that he would be affected. The 1-minute countdown was about to end. Those reincarnations who had been observing Lin Luo from beginning to end suddenly came out. He walked to the table, picked up the water cup and drank it. After drinking, he retreated to the corner again. The people in the waiting space seemed to be divided into two groups at this time. One group drank water, and the other group did not drink a drop of water. The countdown for the mandatory task ended, and the 8 immortal table in the center slowly disappeared. Several reincarnations who drank water approached Lin Luo at the same time. Someone whispered, "Inha. We drank some water too. When we enter the dungeon, do you want to team up together? Don't worry, we just need to follow you. We will definitely not affect your mission progress." Lin Luo frowned slightly and took a few steps away from them. These people revealed their identities. Obviously they were well prepared. "How do you know who I am?" Several people smiled at each other. "Inha, your image in the reincarnation space has spread all over the forum. As long as you have read the post, you can recognize it." Hearing this, Lin Luo looked down at himself. In the reincarnation space, as long as it is not deliberately changed, everyone's image is relatively fixed. He is now wearing the same outfit as when he first entered the reincarnation space, black clothes and black pants, with a black opaque mask on his face. It is not difficult to recognize him. In the disguiser dungeon, all those who have seen him were killed. The only thing that can reveal his image is the previous Tang detective dungeon. Thinking about this, Lin Luo's expression is ugly. Sure enough, for him, exploring the dungeon is not a difficult task. The trouble is these reincarnationists who are like a thorn in the flesh. "No need, I won't team up with others." He refused directly. Several reincarnationists were stunned. Everyone looked at each other and discussed in a low voice. Then he looked at Lin Luo and said, "Inha, we support you, so we drink water with you. If we don't go with you, all of us will die." Oh. Lin Luo didn't have the patience to listen to him. The countdown was about to end. He turned his head to look at the man and walked towards him. As if frightened by Lin Luo's momentum, the man also retreated. With a sneer, Lin Luo said calmly, "Whether to drink water or not is your own choice. I don't think I forced you to drink water. Besides, whether you live or die, what does it have to do with me?" As soon as the voice fell, everyone's body shook violently. They couldn't understand how such cold words could come out of the 37-degree mouth of Galaxy. However, it was too late for them to regret. The prompt sounded. "Attention, all reincarnations, the countdown of the copy is approaching, and the transmission is about to begin. 10, 9, 8, 3, 2, 1. Transmission begins." Black fog was generated, covering everyone. The few people who drank the water looked terrified and struggled to be teleported away. Hong Kong, in an ordinary house, black fog was generated. Lin Luo, who was teleported into the copy, appeared out of thin air. As soon as he landed, he turned his head to observe the surroundings. The room was very crowded, only about a dozen square meters. And it looked messy. The damp and corrupt smell lingered in every corner of the room. The wallpaper was mottled, and moss even grew in many places. Task released. Dungeon task: survive for 3 days and return to the reincarnation space safely. Main task: investigate the strange murder case. Dungeon props: none. The short reminder sounded in his ears and ended quickly. Because he was waiting for the space, he had already drunk the cursed water. Chu Renmei would come to the door at any time. Rather than passively being beaten, it is better to take the initiative. he no longer cared about the layout of the room. According to his plan, he was ready to explore the dungeon. Suddenly, just as Lin Luo opened the door, a gust of cold wind suddenly blew into the room, blowing directly on his face. With his current physical fitness, he could no longer feel the cold, but this gust of cold wind seemed to blow into his heart, making Lin Luo shiver unconsciously. Tick 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 tick, in the direction of the toilet, a dripping sound suddenly sounded.